Good afternoon, Lone Wanderer here. Wasn't actually going to do a video today. I was just getting out for some fresh air today because I've been stuck indoors for over a week because I had a dose of COVID. But I'm alright now, so I'm just getting over the effects of COVID. I've had COVID before, so it's nothing new. But definitely wasn't well enough to come out. But now I'm outdoors today. Like I say, I wasn't planning on doing any videos today. But just doing some whittling, testing out a new knife that I got in a trade with my friend. I'll just show you. It's a small knife. I'm not going to do a review on it. I'll just do a first impressions and what I think about small knives. Okay. This is a bit of a chunky monkey. So it's kind of weird in a way because this came at just the right time, because I've been wanting a small knife to use as a neck knife, and it needed to do the job, bushcraft tasks as well. So that's why I didn't want a folding knife. I needed the blade to be fixed like this one to use as a neck knife. Now this is probably heavier than I would normally go or choose for a neck knife, because this is 5mm thick. Okay, it's really thick blade, 5mm. I know what you're thinking is, why would you want a neck knife to be 5mm? So there's a plane just going over there. And the reasons for it is because I wanted it to do a smaller version of what I wanted a bushcraft knife for. So in the field I like to take two knives with me. It used to be a folding knife and my main bushcraft knife, but now I'm looking at the smaller blade like this and my go-to large fixed blade for pretty much everything else. And I started using this, got this off my friend Alex Mayer, which he designed, and I believe it was made by, I think it's, forget the name right, Jason Dagman. Sorry if I get the name wrong, but he made the knife, and the designer was Alex Mayer, who has got his own channel called Easy Going Outdoors, so check his channel out. And he really uses his knives, heavy duty knives, so I knew this was going to be good, because any knife that I've had off Alex in the past, it's been really heavy duty, and this is only a small knife. I think it's only got about 3-inch blade, but 5mm stock, and it got me thinking. At the minute I'm reading a book which is original writings of Horace Kephart. It's the first time I've read about Horace Kephart in this book, and for 9 times out of 10, Horace Kephart uses a small knife for bushcraft, maybe skinning game and things like that. For smaller tasks, he uses a small knife for 90% of his jobs. And his main knife, the famous Kephart knife, which is roughly about 4.5–5 inches long. He uses pretty much for everything else, except for chopping and everything. He used either a small hatchet or tomahawk for that. But when you start to think about it, when you are doing bushcraft properly, it starts to make sense using a small knife like this for bushcraft tasks, like feather sticks, making things out of sticks and things, wood, and leave the more heavy duty stuff to a bigger knife. And like I say, I wasn't going to do a video today, but I thought I might just try and squeeze this in. Not only am I impressed with this, very impressed with this, I do think people like Horace Kephart and others, famous survival experts and bushcrafters, do have a valid point in carrying a small knife for small tasks, because when you whittle with this, because of the size of the knife, because it's so small, it's not unwieldy. You know, you can easily do some feather sticks with this. You can notch with it. You can do all the basic camp tasks with this, even batoning. I mean, this is 5mm thick, so you can baton with this as well, as long as obviously it doesn't go past the blade size, because the blades, I think the blade's only about 3 inches long. But for bushcraft tasks, this really came into its own. I really enjoyed using this afternoon, and it just proves that you don't need, for bushcraft, you don't need a bigger knife than this size. It all comes down to how you use it, and a knife this size, and what I did with this knife this afternoon, which I will be making a video about, really comes into its own. And even for a knife this size, it really came close to being a perfect bushcraft knife. And even with a handle this small, I mean, I've got like medium size hands, but it's still comfortable. You can use it, I can carve with it, you know, it's wide enough to grip the blade and use it for delicate carving. Absolutely perfect. It's probably one of the best bushcraft knives I've used for a while, despite its small size. And despite the stock being 5mm thick, so it is a small chunky knife, the design of this has been so well thought out. Like the geometry, like this curve, sweeping curve here, it's really thick belly here, and that mid-size Scandi grind. Now if this knife had a more shallow Scandi grind, meaning smaller, it wouldn't work as well. But this is like a mid-size Scandi, the way a Scandi should be. I like my high Scandi grinds, or my high sabre grinds usually for carving, and normally a Scandi edge no smaller than this. This is perfect. But everything that I did this afternoon, that I normally do for bushcraft, I accomplished with this. That's including batoning. So yeah, so it gets you thinking. You know, you don't necessarily have to have large blades to perform bushcraft. You can get away with something like this, a nice, incredibly strong, stout knife, 3-inch blade, so that you could absolutely do those tasks with ease without being over encumbered by a larger blade, and just use your larger blade for more heavy duty tasks, maybe chopping, thicker batoning, things of that nature. But really for bushcraft you don't need a knife any bigger than this really. So it can be seen as overkill sometimes, and if we go back to what Horace Kephart said, or did should I say, where he used a pocket knife for a lot of his bushcraft tasks, I can well believe it, you know. And obviously his main knife, his Kephart blade, would be for everything else. But yeah, if you've got a full tang chunky knife like this, that's been so well designed like this, rather than straight like your typical woodlaw, but rather than a nice curve here, this is all you need for bushcraft. And I will be doing a updated review probably in the next 2 weeks when I've used this a little bit more, and I explain a little bit more about the steel and geometry and things like that. But yeah, that's why I've not made a video for some time, because obviously I've been ill with COVID, so I've not been out anywhere, and it's been hell, because you know, I don't like being cooped up indoors, as you know. It's really bad for mental health, not good at all. And it's a beautiful day today. For once I'm out and it's not chucking it down with rain as it usually is. So yeah, I've enjoyed coming out today, long overdue. So yeah, I just thought I might share that with you, and let me know down in the comments down below what you think about what makes a perfect bushcraft knife for you. Obviously you're going to be different to myself. Do you feel a bushcraft knife needs to be bigger than this? So yeah, just leave your comments down below. I need to get off my stool now to switch this video off, because my remote, the battery's gone. I forgot to charge it up before I come out. So thanks for watching, and there'll be a review very soon of the little knife I've just shown you, and I'm also going to carry on with my bushcraft basics for you new guys out there as well, which I've not forgotten about. It's just getting around to do it, and obviously I've been quite ill at the minute. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I shall see you soon. Bye for now.